Hello, everyone. Another session with IGP to learn. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our Institution of Global Professionals free webinar. And I would like to thank to all of our participants for joining with us in this session, and please stay with us till the end. So, we know that learning never exhausts the mind. So, the beautiful thing about it that when we learn more and more, we become better day by day. So let's learn with IGP and invite your friends to our live session. My dear lovely participants, once again, I'm your host Nasreen Nisha from Bangladesh. Welcome you all to our Institute of Global Professionals International Free Webinar. So, ladies and gentlemen, really I'm proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. It's my delight to welcome you all to our Institution of Global Professionals free webinar. So I would like to thank once again for joining with us in this marvelous moment. And it's my humble request and pleasure. Please stay with us till the end. And I'm sure that you all will have many takeaways and payoffs from this webinar. Each time you can give a react to our webinar and comment also. So don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in our comment box. So, dear participants, let's learn together and grow together. Because we believe that power is gained by sharing knowledge, not holding it. Dear participants, right now we have many new participants who join from different places and time zones. So allow me to give a little concept about IGP. Okay, so Institution of Global Professionals serves student and community resource, providing holistic social work and education for create a proficient generation. And IGP is an ISO certified international education training institute. Institute of Global Professionals believe that it's not effective to increase one's skills just by acquiring formal education. So IGP provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. And we organized our webinar training offline online courses by best and trained speakers from all over the world to create a best learning platform for all of you. And our mission is to empower people and enhance. Dear participants, we have already completed our 602 number webinar, and today I'm presenting webinar number 603. The topic is brand management and strategies. So let's start our program with IGP's mantra, that is feed your skills. So let me remind all of you, don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in our comment box. And you can also share this program in your timeline, Facebook groups, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and also in social, all the media. So dear participants, today we have our honorable guest speaker from India, so Dr. Rahul Joshi. So let's welcome our speaker for this session. Hello, sir. Good
Hello, how
afternoon,
are you?
sir.
Good
How are you,
afternoon.
sir?
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
How are you, sir?
Fine, fine. Thank you. How are you?
Absolutely good, sir. So, sir, you can start your presentation. Uh,
Okay. Uh, Hello, everyone. Hope you are enjoying the Sunday. And thank you very much, IGP and IGP team, for giving me this opportunity. Today, I am going to give a glimpse on brand management and strategies. What are brand management? Why brand management is essential for any business organization or any product to flourish in the market. So today's webinar will be totally depend on these parameters, that why one should use branding, why one should do expenses on branding, what benefits we derived from branding of any product in the market. So let me start my presentation with branding. Now, what is brand? As we see that there are many brands. The brand can be a name, the brand can be a term, a brand can be a single sign, symbol, or design, or the combination of all. As you see in profile, you see Apple, it is a symbol. Nike, you see a tick, it is a sign. A name, Google, we use many times in our day-to-day life, Google, so it's a name. The term, it gives a punchline, whether it's a punchline, tagline, or anything. So it helps to identify or differentiate the product from competitors product or services which are offered in the market. So brand give your product a identity. Second, it gives you a differentiative value from whatever is in the market. Now, what is brand management? Brand management is nothing but planning and analyzing on how the brand is perceived in the mind of your target customers in your targeted market, and simultaneously developing good relation with your target market, which is a very essential thing for a brand management to use the effective means of various communications. As we all know that there is three important C's: crafting, creating, and cultivating. These things will give you foremost inner core value of a brand. Why a business can use brand? Now, brand is a part of marketing. Now, what is marketing? Marketing is any activity which a business can develop or run in the market to use for its to sell its product in the target market. Marketing involves advertising, selling, distributing, and branding. The four major elements of marketing is also used in branding. If we are selling tangible product, then the product is one. What product you are offering to your customer? Next is price. What price you are charging against that offering to your target market? Third is packaging, which is very important in branding. Like how you package your product or how you place your product in front of your customers. It must be look pleasant. The appropriate use of colors, taglines, and it must connect your customer to their emotional value which they derived from their childhood memories, their other whatever phases of life they pass through, they must connect, which is the major role of brand management. And of course the place, which is the fourth one, that which places, which markets you select to offer the particular product so that it can reach to maximum people, or it can appeal to the maximum targeted audience during its lifespan. Now, what are the advantages of brand management? It will give identification to your product. Whatever you are selling, your brand will give its an identity. Like we see apple, a half cut apple. Whenever we see a half cut apple, our mind straight triggers to the Apple incorporation, ipad, iPhone, all these things. It will give differentiation to your product. Suppose your product, you are selling 2 3 different brands. Now it owns by same company, but the brand will give, okay, this brand is for premium class, this brand is for mass market, this brand is for lower range. So the brand will help to differentiate its identity in the mind of their customers. Brand also gives you legal protection against proxy brands which are available in market. Nowadays we see whenever we launch a brand, a first copy or second copy will immediately come into the market. So if you use a brand, it will give you legal protection in terms of trademark. You need to trademark your brand so that no one can copy it and take your rights on their own benefit. Next is competitive advantage. What advantage I am getting over my competitors? Whatever brand comes in the market, it will always give you competition, because if there is no competition, there is no point to do business, because you enjoy your business activities if there is competition. So brand will give you a edge to compete over other competitors. It also signal to your target customers that the product which they are using is of quality product. So the producer or the manufacturer or the marketer has to maintain the quality of product if they are dealing with a class brand. Next is risk reducer. If you are a brand, then in the mind of your customer, you get a separate identification about your product. They can differentiate your product is legalized, you get competitive edge over your competitors, you get quality product. So it will ultimately reduce the risk of getting failed to any brand, which is very much important. Now it's easy to promote. Whenever you are selling a brand or people know that yes, this is a brand, you can easily promote your product with lower costs. So it will ultimately lead to the next point, which is premium price. When your costing is there low, you can do n number of R&Ds on your product, and on making that you can charge little extra to your customers, and the customers will be happy to pay because they are using a safe product, a premium quality product, and a legal product. Next is introduction to new product. Whenever a company tries to introduce a new product, they have to do lots of things at the background. Like they do the market survey, they do everything. What are the available brands? And they have to expense lot on promotion things. But if you are doing umbrella branding, then the product itself sell in the market with the support of already hyped brand in the market. So these are the advantages, and we need to understand one thing very clearly, that if we do this kind of things, or we do branding, or we go for proper branding things, we enjoy all these branding activities very well. Like all advantages will support our sales process, support our operation process. People will know you. The companies which are private limited companies and thinking of going for public limited, they can easily do these things, because they will get finance, they will get recognition, everything in the market. So it is very much essential for any product, what whether it is new, whether it is old, that they do the branding, continuous branding. Let's take with an example of this, Coca-Cola. We all know Coke very well. Since our childhood, we used to see on TV that, okay, this is Coke. So what is the reason of continuous branding of Coca-Cola, or continuous advertising of Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola is a self-selling product. Or you take the advantage of Cadbury. Whenever you go to market with your child, he always see, okay, that is Cadbury, I want to buy that. So what is the need of continuous advantage? To maintain the brand value, to maintain the brand image, and to trigger the customer's mind that yes, we are here. Because if you don't spend on advertising, if you don't spend on branding, the market will release you. And again, making it as a brand, a coming back is very tough in the market, because there are n number of competitors. If you go out of the shelf, they will take your place. So the branding is very much essential. What are the disadvantages of branding? As we all know, every coin has two sides. So branding also has its advantage. Yes, is it has n number of advantages for any business or any product. But branding also have some disadvantages, like it will incur huge cost. If someone is doing branding, they need to do n number of activities. The activities starts like ATL, which is for mass market, like TV ads, hoardings, pamphlets. BTL activities, you need to give trade promotion schemes to your customers. You need to give consumer promotion schemes for your end user, and which involves huge cost. Second is, if the brand by any chance get any bad reputation always does not relate to quality. It sometimes relate to rumors. Like if you remember, the two major cash cow brands which we use in our daily life. One is Cadbury and one is Maggie. Nestle is Maggie. We use it very frequently, and sometime before you see, there are some rumors that Cadbury has some things and Maggie has some things. So these also give a bad reputation to a brand, but their quality is premium. We can trust. If our child wants Cadbury, we never see what is inside, what is outside, because we know Cadbury, it is premium quality. It's a number one brand in chocolate. Maggie, again, Nestle is a big brand. So once the it is gained reputation by any chance, it is difficult for any company, whether it is big, small, or medium, to regain that position. Because one thing customers mind will take, that okay, this is now bad, so if we going to buy this, this may harm us in any way. So brand also need to do continuous work on these things. The next is pigeonholes. What is pigeonholes? Pigeonhole is a concept like the product has some attributes in it, and consumer perceive that yes, this is particular good for this product only. Now when they want to shift or extend their product line, then sometimes consumers, it's tough for them to accept the things in the way. Like if any particular brand which is making home cleaning products, certainly it starts with the same brand name for any food items, so we will not be so much like we can't receive that okay, these are homemaking products, home cleaning products, is their food item good, or should I go with the brand who are already sent the things or selling the things? So it is very difficult for us to receive the thing what they want to give us. So this is the pigeonhole concept. I would like to request the team IGP. There is some questions coming now. It hinders my slide. So how I can remove this? Yeah, is there team IGP here? Okay, I think they are not here. Let me do the
Yes,
thing.
sir.
Okay, I think they are not. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, the
Yes, sir.
questions which are coming here is I can't see my
Okay.
slide properly. So how I can remove
Okay,
this?
sir. Is
Yes,
it
yes,
okay, sir?
yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, the one question which comes to our mind is how I can select the brand name, or how I can brand my product. There are a number of brand companies which are using professional branding consultants to make their brand. So for small business, it is very tough to hire those big customers. So what to do? Because when you are going for any business, opening a business or any concern, the major thing, you want to reduce your expense. so that you use that money for any other like R&D, market survey, which are at primary focus. So there are some selection criterias for any brand name. So there are six criterias majorly. Three will focus on brand building, and the next three will focus on protection of your brand from your competitors or from false people who are around you who can copy your brand easily. So the first three are memorable, meaningful, and likable. Like your brand name or your brand symbol or your tagline, it must be easily memorable, that people can memorize your brand. If they see your symbol, they can remember, oh, this company, it belongs to this company, these are the parent company, or this brand gives us this product. Meaningfulness, the brand symbol or the brand name always gives you meaningful, like it describes the mission and vision. For this, one should set the goals. On achieving that goals, it leads to achieve the mission, and finally once you close to that mission, ultimately the organization as a holistic way, it can achieve its vision. Likable means audience like your product, they can connect themselves emotionally to your product or to your brand. Like if we take example of a pickle company, Mother's Pickle. Okay, so they give a concept like this, from the mother's kitchen. Now, whether you are a young or a elderly person or a housewife or anyone, you connect straight to your mother's kitchen on your childhood memories. So the emotional connect should be there. Now, these three will give you or your organization the attributes to build your brand. Now, once you build the brand, and if your brand does well, the market, there are many things in market which you can't control. So piracy is one of the thing which a brand can suffer a lot. So then your next focus point is on brand protection. That now my brand has built. Now what is the next step so that I can protect my brand? Always consider it like a child. When it is small, you get him or her good things. Now, how to protect him? So brand is also like that. So it should be transferable. Transferable in the sense, like suppose you are selling item A in the brand name of X. Now, if you are going to launch item B, then the brand name must be easily transferable. The targeted audience must not think that this particular brand is for this, so can it be good for this segment also? This should not be there. So it must be easily transferable. So brand name cannot only signifies to a particular thing. Adaptable, it must be quickly adaptable. It can adaptable for the people, adaptable for the consumer and your target audience, including your trade partners, your customers, everyone. Now, protectable in terms of trademark. Once you think about your brand, the first step is to get it registered from Trademark Act or Indian Trademark Office, or if you are in Bangladesh, it's Bangladesh Trademark Office, or whatever company, they start with their trademark first. Now, if we go for a little bit strategical part, devising branding strategy, how, what strategies you can use to develop or to name a particular brand. Branding strategy, also known as brand architect. Now, there are three choices for naming any brand strategy. First is develop new brand element for new product. Now, you have, if you are introducing a new product, you have to give it a separate brand name. You are not using any attribute from your other brands or any other related brand. You are giving it, you want to make it a separate identity, totally separate identity. So you can give a new brand name for every new product. Second, apply some from the existing brand and place it in the market so that people can connect. Okay, this is this brand is doing well, so they will connect easily. Or you can use, prepare something new, start something new, and take something from your existing as a background support to your customer. So this is also a good strategy, that I'm getting support from my parent brand and I'm giving a new brand. So by using these three strategies, one can give name to their upcoming brands or upcoming products or the products which are in pipeline. Now, what are the different types of branding decisions? First one is brand extension. It is like when the business organization uses to establish or introduce new product. The brand name will be same. It is the extension of already available brand. So the best example is Colgate. They are since long into the toothpaste business, and suddenly they want to move into the mouthwash business. So under the brand name of Colgate, they launch another brand, Colgate mouthwash. So this is just an extension of brand. Your brand has some line extensions. Now, sub brand. It is like when an organization combines the new brand with some of its existing brand, like Coca-Cola. We have different flavors of Coca-Cola, and then they add at last Diet Coke. Now the Coke is there. They use the Coke, they use the formulation of Coke, and they make a Diet Coke or sugar-free Coke for their customers, or to attract more customers. When the company sees, or when the organization saw this, that okay, my target market is now limited. I limited my target market by the existing brand. So they always try to attract some new customer who are aware non-users. They are aware about the brand, but due to some problem, like the diabetes persons, they will not never eat Coke, never drink Coke. So they produce sugar free Coke or Diet Coke, like this. The next is parent brand. When existing brand give birth to brand extension or sub brand, the that is parent brand. When brand is there, like Toyota is there, but now they introduce a car for like Corolla, which is extension to the Toyota brand. The parent brand is Toyota, and now new extension is Corolla, Hilux. All these are their extensions. So the parent brand is one. Under that, branches are available there. Now, what is individual branding? Different brand name from different product, like Head and Shoulders, Pantene. Both are hair care category. Both are under the same company, but they gave separate brand, individual brand to individual product. Then next is separate family branding. Now they use completely different categories, and they use completely different brand name. They are not associated even. Like for cement, it's Ultratech. For alumina, Hindalco is using alumina. So these are not related at all, but they are under one company. Now, branding or blanket branding. A single brand name is used for all type of product, whatever it is, whatever they are going to launch. They never leave their brand. Like Tata, under the brand name of Tata, they introduces motors. They introduces a software company like Tata Consultancy Services. They introduces food products, FMCG products, consumer products under the brand name of Tata. But Tata is there. It is for sure. Tata will be there. They always uses umbrella branding. Now, what are the different models of branding strategy? What strategy is using for which model? How to know that your product or whatever you think about your product is like means comes under which category, under which model you are operating. So there are five main things, like house of branding strategy, branded house strategy, hybrid brand portfolio strategy, indoors brand strategy, and branded house within a house of brand strategy. Let us discuss one by one with examples. House of branding strategy. Here, individual product and services have their own brand. They need not to do any kind of umbrella branding or anything. They have their brand. Parent company is same, but they are solely dependent on their brand. They can create their own positioning. They can create their own voice and personality, means how to appeal to their customer, how to present. They have their visual identity, logo. By seeing them, you sometimes you can't connect from which they have. So these are the things, and their most important thing, their unique communication style and tone to represent to their target audience is there. The best example for this is Pepsi and GM. Next is branded house strategy. Branded house strategy is totally opposite to house of branding. Parent company architect parent brand, but all products are considered as sub brand of that parent brand. Even their style of communication or their tone or their appearance looks same. You can immediately connect the sub brands to the main brand. The best example is Apple, Xiaomi, and Google. If you see Google Calendar, you can easily locate. Okay, this is Google Calendar. You need not to see okay where Google Calendar is written. You can see the logo and you can connect. Okay, this is Google Calendar. This is Google Analytics. This is Google search engine. So you can connect. What is hybrid brand portfolio strategy? Most brand managers either go with the branded strategy or house of brand strategy. But there is a point where mixture of both is very much required. Hybrid architects are usually result of mergers and acquisitions. When a company acquires any company or when it merges, then sometime the identity of acquired company, if the acquiring company sees okay the brand is good, the brand is doing well in the market, then they leave the identity with the brand comes under the portfolio of the acquiring brand, but they did not demolish the identity of that brand. So this is the thing which normally do by big industries like big companies like Microsoft, Disney, Amazon. All these do this kind of brand strategies. Now, endorse brand strategy. The fourth type of brand strategy is endorsement model, where brand usually notice by a tagline brought to you by this product is brought to you by this brand. Now they put sometime their logo, they put sometime logo and their name, they put sometime tagline. If tagline is well known, they put sometime only tagline, so people can connect. Okay, these brands are the sub brand or the baby brand of this parent brand. The best example is Marriott. Now, a branded house within a brand strategy. Now, when you see Alphabet is the parent company, Google under it, and under Google there are several branches. So, under Google they are using things, and then it is brand of all brands, Alphabet. So itself it is a brand. Now, what are the advantages of house of brand strategy? It provides more elasticity, or it provides you the flexibility in terms of positioning your brand into the market, or we can say into the target market. It can communicate well to the target audience wherever whatever they want to communicate, it will go in the same sense. They avoid one size fit all philosophy, which is an old philosophy that one size it fits to everyone. Nowadays it happens when we are into the concept of production concept in marketing there are four concepts: production, product, selling. Now it's holistic marketing. So, okay, whatever I prepare, I can manufacture or I can produce, I have to sell that. So, these are various concepts which are now old. Now, you have to make what is the demand of the customer. You have to make according to that what your customer is required or what problem they are facing. According to that, you have to prepare for your product. You have to think for your product. So normally house of brands strategy tailors specific strategies to their target audience. They did not go for, okay, I can prepare this, make this product, and it is fit for everyone. No, nowadays it is not going to happen. Distance itself from brand positioning and badges that comes with the parent company. It can distance itself from that brand positioning and brand badge with its passed by its parent company. It minimizes risk also. If one brand or parent brand fails, it is very much seen that the disaster which parent brand is facing, the sub brand or the baby brand will not get affected from that. They can use as they are working on their own, so the allocation of resources can be used in a appropriate manner, or we can say optimum utilization of available resource can happen to house of brand strategy. By understanding each brand's position, managers can allocate their budget to their respective brand and promotion activities and everything. Now, as we study advantage, so there are some disadvantages also. So once you know the advantages, you must know the disadvantages. Because if you know the good side of anything, you must know the bad side. Then only you can able to judge whether your brand or the strategies which you are using to build your brand is actually working or not, is feasible or not, because everything involves a cost behind it. So you need to know if there is any disadvantages, or to what extent that disadvantage can create problem for your brand, so you can be available with your plan B. The disadvantages are uh, differentiated brands. You can manage differentiated brands which is expensive, because for each individual branding you have to expense, like you have to do promotion, you have to make the consumer aware, you have to do the market survey. Everyone has different competitors, so you have to know them, you have to manage the team, so the brands will be too expensive. If the portfolio is a huge, in order to make it uh, align, sometimes it creates a chaos that okay, I want to make it in order, and in terms of making that, sometimes the brand misses the brand image factor. Sub brand cannot rely on manage main brand for their reputation. They have to do everything on their own, which can make them costlier sometimes. Even the sub brands is costlier from the main brand also. This also can happen. And 90% times it is seen that when this happens, the brand today or tomorrow sometimes fails. The baby concern is selling, the customer get confused, which is again a very bad for any brand. What are the advantages of branded house strategy? One unified brand strategy offers a simplified solution for all brands. Here, the brand one strategy can be used in each and every brand. It saves cost by not having to manage separate brand. The one brand manager, the one product manager, and the brand team or the sales promotion team can work on many brands at the same time. Customers are more accepting of new product that comes under from the same brand umbrella. We normally, if I use Samsung mobile, and when Samsung launches the laptops, so people can rely on that. Okay, I'm using the Samsung phone, their chip is good, so it is also the same family product, so laptop is good, so people buy more than other brand. As the main brand grow, the sub brand automatically receive recognition, so it also connects sub brand to the main brand. Now, what are the disadvantages of branded house strategy? One size fit strategy might not work for some products. It is not always work that everyone fits in the same thing. So sometime it fails. Once it fails, the product get out of the market. The reputation as a brand is placed all in one basket. If one brand suffers, it gives backlash to all the available brands, that also goes down. It is difficult to maintain one brand identity across hundred of brands and still keep the individual brand uniqueness intact. Now the merger and acquisition come with its risk. When Microsoft acquired Skype, users lost trust. The people tries to lost trust on Skype. That now does Skype do the same or it benefits in the same way? So this happens sometime. The clear example of this is Microsoft and Nokia. Brand positioning. Now we heard many times what is brand positioning. That they have positioned, they have this position, they have what is positioning. Brand positioning is an act of designing the company's offerings and image to occupy distinct place in the mind of target market. In the target market, so like whatever you are offering, what image your target customer or your target audience is creating for that in their mind, how you want to position your product. Like if I'm selling product A, only the elite class people will buy this. This is what positioning. Okay, this is for mass market, this is for low class market. So this, you have to position your product. You can't cater with one product to all segments. It is not possible and it is not good also. Your in the coming time, your brand will lose interest of their target customers, your stakeholders. So in order to create, you have to position your product first, that my product is particularly for this one, this segment. I can cater this segment with this product. According to that, you have to give him logo, you have to give that brand a brand name, you have to give punchline. Everything comes according to your positioning. Now, what are the objective of this positioning? For this will create separate place or distinctive place for your product in customer's mind. Like, okay, these products are for this, these products are for this. They will think about the product in their mind, and according to that they will show, or it will reflect in their buying behavior, which is very much essential. You can't do everything at once, so you need to do that. That your positioning must be very clear. Second is, it also gives competitive advantage to your brand. Your company will get a competitive advantage over other competitors which are available in market. The third point is, you need to give reason why should one buy your product over other competitor brands available in market. So positioning must hit your emotional sense. Now strategies, what strategies we can use, and how to derive that strategy, that which strategy is using for positioning. Now there are some strategies like attribute positioning. The thing is like size and duration. Now size and duration, it covers both the dimensions, like what is the size of the company, and since how long company is operating, and it also gives the clear picture about the particular brand, that what is the brand size, what is the brand wealth, and since how long this brand is operating in the market successfully over related competitors. Benefit positioning, the benefit which the customer or the consumer is deriving from the particular brand, the offer, the company or the organization which is offering must be the only one. The factor of uniqueness must be there. Like if you want to meet Mickey Mouse, Disney is the only one where this can become true. You have to go to Disney World. Competitor positioning. You are the better one from your closest competitor. If you are the number one, then you have to continuous work on to be the number one from the number two and three. You need to look close eyes on your competitors so that you can be the better one. Now, quality and price positioning, value for money. The money you are spending, you are getting the value for it. Here, always remember one thing, that your actual value must be higher than the perceived value. Then only the feeling of value for money will satisfy your customer. The brand must be a problem solver. You always, whenever one should launch the brand, they provide solution to any particular problem. Then only people buy the product, because they have choices. If you are creating any brand, you get the idea generation from somewhere, so the product is already in the market. But what additional value you are creating in the life of your end user, that will be a main benefit. Brand portfolio. What is brand portfolio? Brand portfolio is the set of all brands and brand lines for any particular firm which offers for sale in a particular category or particular market segment. What products you are offering to the customer in a particular market under a particular category. If you are taking home cleaning products, so in home cleaning segment, what range you are giving? Like you are giving toilet cleaner, surface cleaner, phenyls, gel, hand wash, all these are home cleaning products. So you have to be very particular regarding your portfolio. Your portfolio can't be like okay, I'm home cleaning, now any food item comes under the home cleaning, then it is not a portfolio. All brands offered by single firm for sale to cater the need of different group of people. Some want this, some want that, so your product under the firm can cater the needs. And the basic principle is to maximize market coverage so that you never miss your potential customer. If your market coverage is good, you never miss, because customer will not go to there. If your market reach is less, customer will not go to search for your product. Always try to maintain the 3 A's of marketing. Whether you are doing marketing, you are selling, or it's branding. Affordability, availability, and accessibility. Once your product is affordable, it is will be available. You make it available, you make it affordable, and it is easily accessible. Now, what are the roles of brand portfolio? There are some brands. We discuss with some examples and a quadrant on this. The number one is flanker brand. It is also known as fighter brand. It is usually used by the marketer or the manufacturer or the producer to save the main brand from the cutthroat competition. So it creates a flanker or fighter brand which positions itself as the main competitor to your competitors and create a glass or create a surface above your main brand so that your main brand cannot face the competition and it can take the maximum coverage because all your competitors try to uh, fight or try to take advantage from your flanker brand. So basically it's a guard, it's a guard brand for your main brand. Now, cash cow brand that earn profit for survival in order to maintain daily cash flows. This cash cow brand is the main brand which will give you the survival thing, and you never remove that from portfolio, whether ups and downs. You can't even think of removing your cash cow brand from your product portfolio. Next is low and entry level brand. Some products are offered to the consumer at large, to the mass market, irrespective of their positioning and anything. The price will be low so that everyone can come in under your product portfolio. And then using this strategy, you can pursue your customers to buy the premium brand which is high priced. So this is also a strategy that get your customers in with a cheap product and then persuade him to buy the premium product. Next is high price product. This is basically a prestige brand for any organization. Product offered at very high price, creating the sense of prestige among the users or its target audience, and it refers to very high quality product. So this is basically the prestige brand. Now if you go through this quadrant, flanker brand are like wheel and rin are the flanker brand for surf, which is a Unilever product. So they want to keep the surf excel safe, so they use two flanker brands in order to safeguard the interest of surf excel in the competitive market. Red Fox It's economy hotel services for Lemon Tree Hotels, which is again a upscale full service hotel. Cash Cow brands Colgate toothpaste from Colgate Palmolive. It is the most cash cow, and Surf Excel or Sunlight soap of Unilever. As the example of low entry brands is you can buy burger at 20 rupees from McDonald's, and when you go they will also ask, we have some other products if you want to taste. So basically to attract customer with low price product, and then offer him or show him the premium product. Wheel detergent powder from Unilever is also an example of low entry brand. High end prestige brand is like Nakshatra and D. Dimas jewelry from Gitanjali Group, Surf Excel from Unilever Group. The example which I gave you is maximum from Indian industries. Now, in order to develop brand strategies, you always need to follow some commandments. So, in marketing, we tell these 10 commandments of developing a brand strategies. First of all, you have to be very strict on quality products. So, R&D will be very good. Your market survey will be very good. When you do market survey, you need to identify target audience, not consumers, target audience for your product. Because your product is new, you can't say that these are my target customers. First the audience will listen to your communication, then they decide that is it the right cup of tea for me or not. Then research on target audience group. Once you set the target audience that these are my target audience, then you have to get knowledge on your target audience group, like their demographics, their constitution, their religious, their culture, subculture. Culture always plays a vital role in marketing and especially in branding, because culture is the one which you can't develop in 1 or 2 nights. You have to work it hard to develop that culture. So you need to understand culture also directly related to religious beliefs. So if you are going to operate in overseas market, you always need to be very cautious about their culture, their beliefs, because ultimately they are your target audience. Develop your strategies as per vision and mission. So you need to develop strategies in order to achieve goals, to achieve mission. Once you achieving your goals, short goals, make short term goals for you, that in next 3 months I need to achieve this. Then mission will come after 1 year. And once you achieve your mission, then you start working on your vision, which is a long term plan. Vision can't be set or vision can't be achieved in 5, 6, 10 years. It took sometime 20, 30 years for an organization to achieve its vision. You have to create brand name, logo, tagline, everything. what would be your brand name, how it justifies your product, how it hits your consumer, how you create logo so that it matches the length or the wavelength of your brand name, what catchy taglines you can use. So by using that tagline, your customer and your audience connect to your brand. Then develop positioning for your brand. One must need brand positioning in order to succeed in the market. Once you do the positioning, now you are set with your customers and audiences. So now you need to design your communication style, rather strategy, we can call it style. That for corporate clients, your communication style will be different. For housewives, your communication style will be different. For young people, your communication will style will be different. For old age people, your communication style is different, because all these are your target audiences. Today's target audiences become tomorrow's target customer. Always focus on 3 A's, which I told you earlier. You have to make the product affordable. It should not be like that you take the mass market and you are offering them Apple. No, it can't work. You make it affordable. Once you make it affordable, you have to work on availability. That product must be available at the places which you selected. The 4 P's, the last P is place. That whether you want to place it at supermarket, whether you want to place it at general traders, whether you want to place it at some wholesaler points, or you want to sell it at online. And the accessibility, if you want to make it accessible, make it affordable, make it available, it will be accessible. Focus on packaging and place. I'm again saying this, focus on packaging and place. When you see that your product is packing good, it is likable by the customer. Your customer like it, they want to buy it. So packaging must be good. Packaging as per the operating country's standard. Use the good packaging material. Whether it is food item, then it is very much essential that you go as per the laws of your country. Or if you are an exporter, then the package should be as per the laws of the importing country. Now the place, you have to select. If I am giving a premium quality product, I must target the supermarkets, modern trade counters, self-servicing counter, where people come to enjoy the shopping. You can't place it at normal shops, because their customer base is quite small. And when the customer base is small, the probability of getting sold of any product is minimized. So you have to always keep in mind the place factor. Now, after doing so much things, you select the brand name, you select the branding choice, you select the branding decisions, everything. Sometimes we see many brand fails. Why this brand fails? What is the reason behind this brand? Even big companies, Nokia, a brand like Nokia fails. Why? Don't they have good managers? Don't they have strategic thinkers? Don't they have executing team? They have everything. But why they fail? So we need to always remember the key points why a brand fails, and we constantly work on these things, that our brand must not enter the zone where the chances of failure is high. In these points, the reasons of failure, some are controllable, some are non controllable. For non controllable factors, you always keep eyes on your competitor. You can save it from failing to many extent. But for controllable factors, you have to keep your eyes on yourself. Don't be marketing myopia. Don't be come under marketing myopia with your product. Don't love your product. Your product can have some problems. So don't think that your product is 100% ideal product. There is no concept of ideal product. Ideal product is in the mind of consumer. There is no concept of ideal product in the market. So foremost reason is poor product quality. If you don't maintain quality products, you will not get repeat purchase. And if you are not getting repeat purchase, your product is out of the market. Brand recall drops. When I start the presentation, I gave example of Coke. We know Coke very well. Why Coke is giving advertisements, doing ATL, BTL activities? Is it not selling? We when we go to any shop, we always say, okay, give me one Coke. So this is the value of that brand. Then why these expenses they are making? They can cut off the curtail this expense and do other R&D activities to make increase the product extension, product line. But why they are making these expenses on advertisements? So that the recall must not be dropped in the mind of consumer. They know, okay, Coke. If I want to drink cold drink in some of the functions or uh, happiness or joyous moments, let us go to the Coke. Let us buy Coke and we drink. So the recall value must not be dropped. False marketing. Never commit false commitments to your customers that I will do that, I will do this. No, you are selling just a product, and your product can't do any miracle in some time. So don't make false promises in your marketing part. Always try to update the technology. Don't go with outdated technology. Here I want to quote example of Nokia. They remains with the Symbian, and other all competitors come with the Android. So you have to update with your product technology. Poor sales service, this is one of the major factor of failing a brand. When Nokia is on the high, we normally see that on every 1 and 1.5 kilometer, there is a small service center. They open the service center. So people used to buy Nokia that, okay, if anything, near my house I have service center, so no issue. And their service was very prompt. So you have to be very centric about your customers. So after sales service is very important attribute. Increase in competition. In Indian market, you see there are many competitors. So sometimes the product fail because it can't face the competition from the big players. It's not like that product is not good, product is good, marketing is good, but their budget is limited. They can't go beyond that. Otherwise, it start cannibalizing the profit. So due to intense competition, sometimes brand fails. Too much expansion. If you do too much expansion with few resources, then also it fails. If you want to expand your product portfolio, then you need ample amount of resources available with you. You must not go in the financial crunch. The marketing budget should be there. A good team is very much required, because for any company to grow up, this flourish thing will work only if you have good team. So resources must be there, your manpower, because this is manpower is the only resource which can think for you, which can be creative and innovative for you. So manpower is very much important. And introduction of new products in very short span of time. You are launching product A, after 1 month or 2 month product B, after 1 or 2 month product C. So now when you launch product C, it comes with the updated technology. But you must not forget that within 2 months or 2 months behind, you launch a product A which don't have the technology of product C. So once the customer or the consumer gets product C in his hand, he forgets about product A, or he is less interested to buy product A if his pocket allows. So there must be a gap of 8 to 12 months in order to make product A success. Now, we many times we listen that rebranding. We need to do rebranding. What is rebranding? It is simply changing the brand's identity. Uh, Normally, the brand managers change most of the brand identity elements like name, icon, colors, type, font, tagline. Rebranding is quite popular, especially for brands that want to shed previous negative image. If your brand gains a negative image, image can be negative, can be positive. So if you gain negative image, then rebranding is the foremost tool for it. The example is McDonald's. They change written style, they change the packaging, they change the takeaway cups and everything. Now, what is repositioning? Rebranding is separate, repositioning is separate. It is repositioned without changing identity. The main brand will be same. You change something in it, like you change the shape of logo, you change the tagline, so that it can compete in a new way, so that people can forget the old or negative image of this brand. Like Raymond did, guide to a well dressed male. From there, they shift to a complete man. Same Pepsi do with Sprite. They have the logo. Now they, when they think, okay, we need to target the young generation, they change the shape of the logo and make it little bit happening. What is brand sponsorship? Why it is important? Now, if you see sponsorship allows big, medium, or whatever be the size of the brand. It allows to partner the brand with any company and do the marketing activities to generate or relationship with support a safe economic factor. It is a kind of marketing strategies where brand is supporting an event. Your brand will or sponsor event, like in India, if you see IPL, or in World Cup, you see in 1996, if you remember, the World Cup is sponsored by Wills, so it will be Wills World Cup 1996. Any activity, like any person or any organization, but definitely not for commercial, or any midday meal. Generally, sponsorship is like something which give you an emotion or support or feeling of doing CSR for the society. Benefits of brand sponsorship. What are the benefits? The brand will get publicity. It helps to get awareness. If someone is doing some CSR activities, so we, oh, that brand is doing that for society, so we trigger our mind. So it increases the sale and acquire more customers on emotional front. It will differentiate you from competitors. It will create a good reputation or brand image by its doing its social responsibility by charity or any such type of means of work. So corporate social responsibility, one organization or one brand owner must keep in mind. What is brand image? It is the perception of any brand in the mind of their customer, the aggregate belief, idea, and impression that customer holds regarding that brand. Like for Coca-Cola, we need, okay, for happiness and joy or with good experience, we always use Coca-Cola at home. Then what are the 14 elements of brand image which are very necessary or very important for any brand building? First is recognition. Your customer is must be able to recognize the brand by its name and virtual symbol. If we see name, he can connect to your brand. If he can see like the tick mark on shoe, okay, this is Nike shoes. So this recognition should be there. Awareness. Your customers are ability to recall the basic attributes of a brand. What basic things you are offering, they must know this. So such kind of awareness should be there. Visual symbol must be there. They can recognize the symbol any brand, such as logo, packaging. By seeing the packaging, they can understand, okay, this is this thing, this particular brand is brand's product. Concept, this is very important. Branding initiative is to keep it simple. You have to keep it simple so that people recognize the concept behind your brand logo, tagline, or slogan. It must connect. Then reputation must be there. Customers perception about the quality and performance of the brand on the base of their past experience, that how they experience, what are their past experience. According to that, the reputation of any brand builds. The word of mouth and the media coverage then gets reflected. Now culture, it emerges only around the brand. It includes norms, behavior, expectation of customers, employees, stakeholders, and that are beyond your control. So you have to develop the culture so that the things which are beyond your control can come here. Then it's quality, that how well product and services meet customer need and suit the customer preference. So quality must be good. They must feel that okay, I buy this product for this purpose, so the basic purpose is fulfilled. Experience, what sort of experience your customer gained by using your brand. It may be good or bad. Sometimes we heard that from other person's experience. It is not always like that, that you can derive experience from your own things. You heard with your friends or relatives that this is bad, this is good, so you develop a perception that okay, this should be like this. So whether to buy or not, that is different thing. What is status? Like giving a social experience, that how in life or social acquaintances, how it is perceived by the customer. Like this particular product A is for youthful, luxurious, stylish, etc. Now legacy, the history of brand that remains in customers mind. Like BMW making car since 1916. We are into car business, we are the BMW brand, and we are making car since 1960. So this is their legacy, that we are making cars since long. Coca-Cola since 1982. We are making cold drinks since 1982. Or we are associated with you since 1882. Meaning, mission, vision, or epic meaning behind the brand must be there. The brand must achieve mission, vision, and the meaning, what you want to communicate to your stakeholders, that should be proper. Like reducing environmental damage. So the product will be like that, and your competitor must not have this unique feature. Change, the sense of brand is like in forefront to change the trendy fashion or innovative technology of the company. Some customers have strong motive to be involved in the change on they due to fear that they will miss something. If I change, I will miss out this thing. So they will not change. Then relationship. How the relationship of your employee or your internal customer with your external customer. How your salesman is handling your brand customer in respect to your brand. Your internal customers must be confident when they are talking to external customers. Now, the trust should be there. What customers' perception that how this brand is performing, that is there. If the trust is missing, the whole process of brand building will collapse. So, in order to maintain brand image, trust must be there. What is brand identity? Brand identity is visible element of any brand that helps to identify or distinguish the brand in customer's mind, end user's mind. Brand identity is separate from brand image. Brand identity normally works on your logo, your style of communication, colors, topography, imagery, and your brand name. What is brand value? It refers to the financial significance that your brand carries. As the value, we can understand that it is something with the numbers. And when we comes on numbers, it comes with the financial data. How good your brand is performing. In next 5 years, what is the worth of your brand? So if you want to know the worth of your brand, you have to combine both brand equity and brand value of your firm. Then you can compute the brand worth in the market. How much worth of your this particular brand holds in the market. There are some factors which we can consider while computing brand value, like brand awareness. What level of brand awareness is there in the market? Is it 90%? Means if I take the sample of 1000, so 900 people knows about my brand. It is different whether they are aware users or aware non-users or non-aware non-users. But from that 100%, you have to take how much is awareness. Brand association. With what things your brand is associated. Then how many customers are loyal to your brand? They only uses your brand. What is the loyalty level of your brand? And what is the perceived quality of your brand in their mind? Now, what is brand equity? It refers to value of brand in the mind of customer. Here, not financial value. Here, the value is emotional value. It refers to what consumer think, feel, act about the brand. Then price, what is the market share and profitability. Brand equity may be positive as well as negative. Brand with high level of awareness and favorable and unique associations hold strong perception and high equity value. What is brand performance? Brand performance is the measure of the brand's result against business goal initially. The small goals which we set, how my brand is performing and giving results against those goals to me. I want to be a national player by 2025. So, what my brand performance? Am I performing like that? That by 2025 I can reach to a national player? Or I need to change the goal and alter the mission, because vision is static, it can't change, you can't change vision, it is static. Brand performance is highly personal and can vary drastically from one brand to another. Performance is personal from brand to brand, and it is it is drastically different from each other. We can measure this by audience growth, that from last year over year or month over month, what is my growth on my audience, what are the level of interaction I get from the audience. Sometimes we see on Facebook that this business typically replies in 30 minutes. So audience interaction from the brand or the business owner is what is brand penetration level, how much market I penetrated with this particular brand, what is the brand knowledge into my customer's mind, what is their awareness level, and my sales figure are supporting this or not. My growth is 50%, my interaction level is 90%, I penetrated 60%, knowledge is good, awareness is also good, but my sales figure does not support, then all these go into the vein. If these metrics have improved favorably, brand performance definitely improve. If the metrics moves unfavorably, brand performance will stuck at one level, it will not move up. What is emotional intelligence in branding? So let's discuss what is emotional intelligence, how it use. It is an alternative brand building equity which gives competitive advantage for the companies beyond name and recognition, product quality, and catchy slogan. It connects emotional. Like emotional branding involves creating relationship. It creates relationship between consumer and the product or the brand by provoking consumers emotion, whatever experience or emotions he have with his family, friends, any particular place, it provokes that and create a powerful emotional brand on which you need to work on three particular points, that is ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos means appealing to credibility and ethically. Example, creating a virtual illustration that the credibility of any product over the competitors. What is your credibility over your competition? The authentic design element like badge, specific color, scheme, all these things. Pathos is primarily appealing to empathy. It connects you with empathy and creating a sense of urgency, how badly you need this thing, the sense of belonging, and a fear that, oh, what happened if I miss out this. Logos, as we know, it's image, text, shape, or combination of both that shows or depicts the name and purpose of the business, that why you are here. It also considered as symbol of identification and tell story of company to the customers. What are my journey? What I achieve? What ways I use to achieve this achievement? There are importance of colors in logos, like we have red, it is energy, romance, love, comfort. Yellow, friendly, youthful, energy. Purple, it's connect to spiritual awareness, luxury, truthful, quality. Blue is wisdom, loyalty. Pink is nature, seriousness, confidence. Again, pink is love, romance, and sometimes it connects with like females like pink, so femininity. Then white is hygiene, purity, cleanliness, peace, all these things. So brands used differently. These are some of the brands which uses their colors according to their uh, products, according to their emotional values, by using emotional intelligence. These are the some, it's on your screen. Now, what is new product development? This is the last thing we need to know about product or product development in branding. New product development is the process of taking a product or service from conception to market. New product development starts in the mind of the producer and it ends at the hands of end user. So the journey of from mind to hand is the process of new product development. Key stages in new product development are idea generation. You need to think before launching any product. You need to think what I can give, what problem is there that I need to solve. Then idea evaluation. Okay, this I need to do. I need to do market research. How the evaluation of that product comes. First, I make this. I make the formula. I make the things. I make the jar. Everything. Then concept definition. What is your concept behind why you think of this product only? Your strategic analysis. What competitors are doing? What are the probable market? How I sell? Whether I keep the product price low, whether I keep it at high, then I go for a low, whether I give the promotion at the starting. What strategic and thing I will do in order to gain success in a short term of time. Then product development start. The physical product comes under this stage. Then uh, market testing will be done with a small sample size, uh, selecting some of the key points, and market testing and feedback comes. Then commercialization, product will be in your hand, it is going to market. Then the product launch, which has two stages. One, the launch at the party or anywhere, and finally the market launch and the feedback. Thank you very much. Now any question, if anyone have, please ask.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing your valuable presentation with our participants. So we will directly go to our Q&A session after a short video. So my dear participants, get ready with your question for our Q&A session. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So, dear participants, please write down your question in our comment box. And today, because of lack of time, uh, we just proceed our QA and certification process. So there's no quiz competition for this live session, today's webinar. Okay, so we have our first question from Ma'am Evelyn Piwapuri. The question is, good afternoon, sir. Why brands must embrace conflict? Thank you.
Sorry.
So the question is, why brands must embrace conflict?
See, brand the conflict raises when a particular the like a mission. There are two type of conflicts which arises in brand. Normally, the internal conflict which the company faces, like okay, we are doing two simultaneous brand. Like if you remember, flanker brand. The example is when Rin and Wheel come together, there is a conflict because they both have common objective of saving the master brand. So there is a conflict there. So in order to remove that conflict, the producer must go with single brand, and sometimes it's uncontrollable, uh, where our stakeholders do not take active part, so the conflicts arises. To remove that sort of conflicts, the producer must do the preparations, like taking confidence of all the stakeholders and everything. So you have to work closely, hands on hand, with your internal and external stakeholders. Hope I'm able to answer your question.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Membroana Rodriguez Zimbulas. What is the best strategic analysis in branding industry, sir?
The best way, it depends on your product. What sort of product you are offering, what best budget you have. Then there are various tools of branding. So as per that, you need to go for, some will go for consultancy, some will set up the brand department inside the company, and they take the do the market research of their brands, like okay, against this brand, what are the competitor brands, what things or promotions or activities they are doing. Like some are doing ATL activities, so you have to see, okay, before doing ATL activities, the sale of competitor brands is somewhat 30 to 40%, but suddenly the sale has changed. Now you can't go to competitors data, but from market you get the situations, that what is the buying level or what is the buying behavior, how much times the TV commercials are coming on the TV. So according to that, you have to strategic analyze the competitor market, which new markets are added to this brand product. So according to that, you have to analyze your strategic key points in branding industry.
Thank you so much, sir. So, dear participants, if you have any query or any question, please write down in our comment box. Thank you so much, sir, for coming in IGB's platform and sharing this valuable presentation and insightful presentation knowledge with our participants. Thank you again, sir.
Thank you very much. I also feel very delight and very obliged that IGP gave me this opportunity to share whatever knowledge I have with participants. So thank you very much to the
Thank you,
participants
sir.
and to the team IGP.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
So, dear participants, we are moving to our certification process. So, today's program name is Brand Management and Strategies, and the code is IGP 1972. The code is IGP1972, and without this code, no one is eligible for certificates. And with code, you can claim your certificates anytime, or you can visit our website. Our website address is www.eduigp.com. Let me tell you once again, www.eduigp.com. So visit our website and collect your certificates, and don't forget to celebrate with IGP. Once again, thanks to all of our participants, and I inviting you to all of you for our next webinar tonight. So please don't forget and don't miss it. So dear participants, stay safe and stay healthy wherever you are staying right now. I'm Nasreen signing off right now. Have a great day to all of you. Thank you.